Thanks, Lauren. Feeling a little parched? Well, get your cups out and sip slow because it's time for Low Key.
I'm your host, Judy Wandu, and I feel like I need some lemon this morning, Eric.
Oh, do you? Mm-hmm. Well, don't worry, Judy, because there's enough bitterness in this segment to quench your thirst.
It's the future I can see. I had to bust that one out. I guess Raven Baxter wasn't the only psychic on TV who could have predicted that Donald Trump would have been the next president of the United States. Simpsons creator Matt Groening did almost 16 years ago. The episode called Bart to the Future was made back in 2000 and predicted Mr. Trump would win with the slogan, "America, you can be my ex-wife." Do you think is it? What do you think?
I'm so sure that Trump treats this country the way he treats his ex-wives. So we're gonna have poor treatment. I think that's pretty accurate. Good job.
I think it might be a little bit accurate.
That was great.
But all jokes aside, let's hope the Simpsons accuracy stops there, because they predicted a world of trouble during his presidency that even Lisa Simpson couldn't fix. Check out the show clips.
I'm right behind him. Not supposed to stare at it directly, but I can't help it. If I touch it, will it heal my baldness?
I mean, how accurate was it? He was coming down the elevator in that clip, and there's the photo of him and Melania going down the elevator when he announced his presidency. I mean, it's just side by side.
Yeah.
It makes for a really great meme.
It was almost accurate except for the highlights. Trump's hair does not look that good. Simpsons did him justice.
And there was no bald patch.
No baldness.
I mean, again, that was in 2000,
Yeah,
so maybe he
that's
was better
true.
back then.
Because you know, a stiff wind can knock Trump's toupee right off.
Okay. But the good thing is, though, in the episode, it didn't show you there, but Lisa Simpson was president after Trump and had to clean up his mess after taking office. So what do you think? This is a foreshadowing of a woman president?
I'm really hoping for it. I was really excited about that part of Hillary's, potential presidency. But if not, I think we should aim for Beyonce. I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Beyonce is iconic.
Beyonce is going to win if she wins.
Right.
I'll campaign every day for her.
Every day.
I'll quit my
All
job.
the money. In other psychic cartoon news, South Park aired their presidential election episode, and it wasn't given the best nod by critics because they had to change the entire episode after they had written it for Hillary's win. But it wasn't supposed to happen that way, apparently. It was initially centered on Bill Clinton and called The Very First Gentleman, but they had to make some major ad adjustments, of course. South Park may want to leave the Simpsons visions to Simpsons because
I mean, they don't have that.
They don't have that.
Power.
They clearly don't have it, right?
They don't have it. Yeah.
So
I understand where they came from preparing the episode, but yeah. Also, now we don't know what the first man.
How we would have referred to Bill.
Right.
I think that would have been amazing. I think we were ready for that.
We were prepared, but
we'll never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's check it out on the video. Let's see what South Park did.
America's going to be great again. Aren't you excited, gang?
No, I'm not excited. It sucks, Dad. This country's gonna suck for 4 years.
Oh, come on, Shelley. We've learned that women can be anything, except for president.
In other news, Stephen A. Smith is on Colin Kaepernick's case like Cochran was on OJ's. For the last few months, Colin Kaepernick has been the face of racial injustice ever since he refused to stand during the national anthem.
Well, it looks like Kaepernick was too comfortable on the bench to get up and go vote. And as a result, many are pissed and calling him a hypocrite, especially sports anchor Stephen A. Smith. Let's take a look.
I don't want to hear another word from Colin Kaepernick. It's a waste of time. A matter of fact, I would personally make a request to the media in this nation. Wherever he is, if he ain't on that football field trying to throw another damn incomplete pass, do me a favor and make sure one thing. Take the camera away from him.
Stephen, don't you know that frowning causes wrinkles? You need to relax. Maybe try taking up knitting or yoga.
But throwing shade is good for the soul.
The shade was great. He almost blew a light bulb out in the station.
In Kaepernick's defense, he's been very vocal about why he wasn't participating in this year's election.
Yeah.
He did say, "I've been very disconnected from the systematic oppression as a whole." Kaepernick said, as reported by ESPN. So for me, it's another face that's going to be the face of that system of oppression. And to me, it didn't really matter who went in there. The system still remains intact that oppresses people of color.
So how do you feel about it? Do you feel that Kaepernick should have went out and voted, or?
I do think that he should have went out and voted, but I can understand some people don't want to go and vote for a third party candidate or any of the candidates. So I mean, you can at least go and vote for the props. How about that?
I think that personally, Kaepernick, he was the face of racial injustice, and to find out that you didn't vote, people are pissed off. Now, me personally, it's your right as an individual. If you don't want to vote, who are we to say that you're supposed to go vote? And I feel as though this this may not be good for his career.
Not
because
at
he
all.
wasn't doing much on the field, honestly speaking. And we were really behind him for being an activist. So it's like, if you're not voting, what are you doing, Kaepernick?
Just kneeling? I mean, I don't know. He might have to trim the fro or put it back in some
Cut
cornrows
it.
and just
do something. We can't even see your face. You're like a hidden activist.
Oh my.
He's like a ghost.
Yeah. Let's send it over to Addie to talk about trending trailers.